Hello and welcome to today's LoL Esports Roundup, where we're going to cover the LPL Week 1, Day 2 of Summer Split, and then preview tomorrow's schedule. Predictions-wise, I'm 3-1, went 2-0 on the day. I thought both series would be 2-1s. They were 2-0s. The first one was between LGD and IG. IG 19th in my power ranking, started their rookie Tianzhen in the jungle. He looked very good. He played Rengar in Game 1, a very ballsy pick, given he is a one-trick, but, I mean, he showcased it at a high level. Cryan in his IG 2023 debut was the MVP, going 22 kills, 6 deaths, 18 assists, 32% of the team's damage leading the way. Wink in support went 1-3-35. Envy, LGD's new 80 carry from Korea, went 7-8-7, 26% of damage. So when you see a 26, that usually means low damage spread across the team. I think 4 of the 5 players had over 400 DPM. So, which isn't great, right? You're looking at that, and it's like, that's not very good. So, in both series, frankly, it was the solo laners that won the matchup. I thought YSKM looked fantastic on Silas in the early to mid game. Towards the latter stages of Game 1, he got a little reckless and died a few times when he probably shouldn't have, which is why Cryan got MVP, because I thought Azari was excellent throughout the game. You know, even thinking about his quadra kill sticks out. You know, it was a great performance for Cryan, a real great debut. Bot lane wasn't all that impactful in Game 1. You know, On and Wink just kind of doing their thing. Envy and Jin Zhao, I wouldn't be shocked if Envy's got some communication issues going on. He's the only Korean on this team. It would not shock me if that was the case. I don't know if he knows Chinese. I don't know if the other players speak Korean. I'm just saying, speculative. It wouldn't surprise me. LGD, I thought, did get worse. Haichao looked awful. Frankly, Haichao looked so bad that I think XQW should be playing in their next series. He got solo killed a few times in this one. Cryan getting a couple of them. On the Tristana in Game 2, I mean, he 1v2'd to end the game. That was a much closer game than Game 1. Like, IG blew him out Game 1. But Game 2, IG got out to an early lead. More standard compositions. Cryan on Tristana looked very good. You know, in the side lane, especially in the latter stages, like I just said. But they did throw. So this was a lot closer than this one was. This 2-0, IG threw it away. LGD were able to find a good play. Meteor being able to pick off an IG member leads to a team fight win, leads to a Baron. They're able to get another Baron, and couldn't end, obviously, because they lost. But they were able to crawl back into this one, which does make sense. IG does still have a bit of int in their system. Obviously, still new players, new jungle mid on that team. Jungler that is very raw. Only 18 years old, so the top side of the Rift may be the youngest in the world when it comes to the 4 major regions. It wouldn't shock me if that was the case. I think both are. YSKM could be 19 now. Still extremely inexperienced at this level. But in the end, IG they find a way, and Cryan on the Tristana literally takes the Nexus in the face of 2 LGD players. Kills 1, but that's after he's already exposed the Nexus all by himself. I mean, Haichao didn't look good. Fearness is not good. And Haichao's getting to that point where I'm like, you're not good either. Meteor allowed a Rift Herald to time out in Game 2. Kind of silly mistake. Who knows how the early game would have went for them if he had actually taken the eye. But it is what it is. Second series, Ninja in Pajamas and EDG. Nip 22nd in the power rankings, EDG 8th. EDG win 2-0, and they win pretty handily. Fofo was my MVP, going 10-2-13, 34% of damage. Played Ari and Nico. Leave 6-1-13 for the 80 carry role. Angel had the most damage for Nip, 3-4-5, 24%. Once again, another case where multiple players on the team with similar damage totals, around 450 DPM. just not a great showing out of Nip. Invincible was outclassed against Ale. He got solo killed in game 1, and then in game 2 he was gapped. Fofo did a lot of work. Like, Angel may not have died a lot, but he just did not have the impact that Fofo did. There was a moment where Angel did pop off, but otherwise it was really the Fofo show, finding great flanks on Nico in game 2, and game 1 on the Ahri, finding very good team fight opportunities. Leave was able to clean up some of the Nico, CC and alties and things like that. So he gets a great KDA, but frankly, Fofo had a lot more impact than he did. Mako had some nice plays on the Rakan. Also went in and died a few times, which you wish he hadn't done. But outside of that, I mean, it was rather one-sided. Like this one, we had a lot more to talk about. I mean, Shadow looked very good on the Viego in game 1, kept Nip even within, I don't know, 7k gold deficit. In the early game, like, EDG got the solo kill in top, and Nip got a Drake or 2, and it was like, okay, well, that's the trade. They're down a little bit of gold, but they have the objectives, and they just were never able to make up that gold. Even though Shadow was able to find kills, they weren't able to string together anything with those advantages on the Rift. So, just not great. Frankly, just not great. Like I said, there's not as much to talk about this one as that one, because it was just very one-sided. Sneak peek for tomorrow, RNG and Rare Atom. Last time they played, RNG won 2-1. These teams are very different than they were in that series. So, the only overlap that's the same is in the jungle. Wei went 5-7-28 in the win with 286 DPM, 12% of RNG's damage. Layan in the loss went 10-8-18, 380 DPM for 19%. So Layan is a carry-oriented jungler, Wei more of a facilitator, so that makes sense. Now the changes to these teams, RNG, Angel now with Nip. Tangwan is a starter once more for RNG. Bot lane is LP and Lamau. LP played for LNG last split. Gala and LP traded for each other. Lamau was unemployed. He did, I think, sign with JDG for the playoffs, probably to help them scrim, but otherwise he's been unemployed this past split. So now he's with RNG. Rare Atom, Zhao Zhu, who played for LGD, now is the starter in top lane for Rare Atom. In mid lane is Mole. Mole played for IG last year. Mole is not very good. I don't know why he's starting over Strive. Strive is very talented and a young... I mean, I'm not the biggest Strive. There is a bigger Strive fan in the Discord than I am. But I thought Strive did fine. This is complete bogus that Mole's playing over Strive. Bot lane, Asim's the same. But Feather is the support. Feather played for JDG Academy last split. So what, Joyo Dream or Oh Joy Dream or whatever their team is called. So yeah, there's a lot of different things going on. So that's going to be very interesting. We have a lot of new faces on those teams. So I think it's going to be very, very interesting. Top and LNG, so our best matchup so far. Top 11th in the power rankings, LNG 3rd. Last matchup, LNG would win 2-0. Changes. Top Esports, Ching Tian is no longer the starter. Wayward is the starter once more. And then, like I said, the 80 carry role, LNG now have Gala and gave RNG LP. So, in the win, Tarzan, Scout, and Hung for LNG went 20, 13, and 55, 978 DPM for 45% of the team's damage. Tien, Rookie, and Mark went 12, 23, and 31 in the loss, 1,137 DPM for 55%. This one's a very, very interesting matchup. I want to see how Gala does away from Ming. It's not going to be very telling if it's negative, in my opinion, because I am going to give Gala some time, and I'm going to give Hung some time to get used to it. So, with that in mind, I guess LNG have nothing to lose from my perspective in that, like, if they don't look good, I'm probably not going to hurt them too much in the power rankings, because I'm just like, I expected this, you know, the speed bumps in the beginning. We're Top Esports, they have no excuse. This roster is the roster they had last summer. Well, I guess Wayward and Rookie weren't together last summer, right? It was Knight instead. So, I mean, I guess. But personally, I think top are better with Wayward. So, yeah. So, that's it for the roundup. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, like it. Subscribe to the channel for daily League of Legends content. Follow me on Twitter. Join the Discord. Become a YouTube supporter. And I hope to see you again tomorrow.